Before we begin to discuss the situation on the front line of the Russian-Ukrainian war, please don't forget to like this video, write some comments and subscribe this channel to show your support for the Ukrainian people who are fighting for their future and for their freedom. Despite the active Russian army's offensive in Kupiansk area, there are areas on the front where there has been no progress for more than 2 months. In this video you can see work on positions of the Russian occupiers in the forest west of Liman First. Russians launched their offensive in southern direction, but since mid-July they have not been able to move to the next forest area. Russian positions and equipment are under constant fire control of the Ukrainian Armed Forces. The Russians have chosen a priority at the front. Instead of holding the Bakhmut area with the help of elite military units, the Russian command decided to give preference to the defense of the occupied part of Zaporizhzhia region. They were prompted to make this decision by success of the Ukrainian Armed Forces near Bakhmut. Today the Russia managed to capture 2 previously defended positions in the direction of Opytne near Bakhmut. They also tried to storm the direction of Odradivka, but retreated with losses. Klishchiivka near Bakhmut has been finally liberated from Russian invaders by Ukrainian Armed Forces. This was reported by the soldiers of the 80th Separate Air Assault Brigade. Ukrainian soldiers show footage of Odradivka storming. Despite the losses, heavy enemy artillery fire and fierce enemy resistance, the Ukrainian soldiers are recapturing every inch of land. After retreating from Klishchiivka, Russia makes videos of Ukrainian Armed Forces shelling Russian positions with cluster munitions in north of the village. Now all logistics roads leading to Bakhmut are controlled by the Ukrainian army with drones and artillery. There is no point in holding positions in Bakhmut for Russia. It is simply disposing of its own army. The Russian occupiers will retreat to the Bakhmutka River, where the settlements of Opytne and Odradivka are located. They are more or less fortifications for defense, and in Soledar the same. This city has no good supply routes, only through Bakhmut. The whole route is under fire control. If Ukraine launches an assault and intercepts supply of shells to Soledar several times, then the Russians will run to occupy more favorable positions. The Ukrainian aerial reconnaissance spotted an enemy T-72 tank and promptly passed its coordinates to artillery and FPV drone operators. Thanks to excellent cooperation and skill, the fighters managed to destroy the Russian occupiers' vehicle with several precise strikes. It is about 5.2 square kilometers of territory on southern front were liberated by Ukrainian Armed Forces over the past week. Very heavy fighting continues. Meanwhile, the Ukrainian Armed Forces are advancing in the area of Opytne. Western experts say that 10 to 12,000 Ukrainian soldiers in this area did what 60 to 90,000 soldiers should have done. Therefore, the Tokmak breakthrough is unique. This is how Ukraine continues to fight for its future and for its freedom. Please do not stand aside, support Ukraine. Like this video, write some comments and subscribe this channel. Glory to Ukraine, glory to heroes.